Hi, my name is Chris Thomas, and I'm one of the pastors at Cross Church Yokosuka. And today, I want to continue to go over our mission statement. Our mission is to obey the Great Commandment, fulfill the Great Commission, and live cross values. And today, I'm going to focus on that second part, the second part of our mission statement, fulfill the Great Commission. So the Great Commission, you can find it in all four of the Gospels and the book of Acts. And there's two versions of the Great Commission that I want us to focus on. The first one, the most popular one, is found in Matthew chapter 28. And it says, Jesus is talking to the disciples and he says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to obey all the commands I have given you. And remember, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." So there's a lot to unpack there. The first part is that I've been given all authority in heaven and on earth. So Jesus is saying, I am king. I'm the king of everything. And this creates a tension for us, his followers, his believers. Because yes, he is king, but his kingdom, which we are proclaiming, has not come to full fruition yet. We are trapped between what theologians call the already and the not yet. He's already king, but the kingdom is not already here. In its completeness. It is here, but it's not completely arrived. And so that is what we're proclaiming to people, is this kingdom. That is the message. Christ is king and his kingdom has come. The next part is go make disciples. So this word go, in the Greek, it's more or less saying as you're going, the tense, as you're going in life. So it's not necessarily going to be a missionary in another country. Wherever God has planted you, as you're going through life, you are supposed to seize the opportunities to share the good news about Jesus Christ. The next part is baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, we'll do another video about baptism at another time, but basically, there's a symbology here. And the baptism is a public display of what has gone on in the person's heart when they're saved. And it symbolizes basically dying, being buried with Christ, and raised to life with him in resurrection. You are saying that you've died to your old ways, you've died with Christ, you've accepted the work he's done on the cross, and as a result, you are raised and ready to walk in new life with him. And that goes into the next part about teaching them to obey the commands. So making disciples is not just it's not just getting people to say a prayer. It's so much more than that. It's teaching them to obey the commands. So that way, the Holy Spirit can use these commands, can use the teachings from the Bible, the teachings of Christ, to change that person. That's what we call sanctification. It is the process of taking a new believer who is a sinner and making them more and more Christ-like. That's sanctification. And you can't do that unless you're learning to obey the commands. And then the final part of this is, remember, I'm with you always, even to the end of the age. So what does this mean? Well, as we're doing this, as we're going through and we're making disciples, we're going to get people to come against us. We're going to get resistance. And also, we're going to become weary. And we need to remember, during those times, as we're pouring ourselves out, that Jesus is with us. And he's with us even to the end. So when we feel like we're about ready to give up, when we feel like we're ready to quit, we have to remember that Jesus is with us. So the second Great Commission statement I want to go over with you is the one that's found in John chapter 20, verse 21. And this is the more costly, it's the most costly of all the Great Commission statements. And Jesus says to his disciples, "Peace be with you. As the Father sent me, so I am sending you." So what does this mean? Well, you have to reference this with another verse, which is Mark 10:45. And in Mark 10:45, it says, "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve and give his life as a ransom for many." So Christ came not to be exalted as the king, not so everybody could see him, but he came to serve mankind. And to give his life as a sacrifice for many. as we're going through our life, right, there are going to be times that we don't want to preach the word. There's going to be times that's not convenient for us, where we're ready to go home at the end of the day, and this opportunity comes. Or you're driving your kids around, they ask about Jesus, you're tired, and you don't want to share it with them, and you say, I'll do it in the morning. That is not serving as Jesus served. That is doing service when it's convenient for you. And that's not what Jesus was sent for. And so we have to keep that in mind as we go about with this great commission of sharing Jesus. We are to give our life up in order to make this message, and we're to give our life up so this message can be spread. So when you think about the Great Commission, it boils down to really seizing opportunities to serve others so that way you can share the gospel message with them. It's not a light call, it's a very heavy call, and it's something that all Christians are supposed to do. So if you like this video, I ask that you click the like button, and if you are a member of Cross Church or you're interested in the things that we have to say, then please click the subscribe button. And as always, thank you and God bless.